I mentioned before that I started my weight loss at 242 and I am the apple kind of body. I'm heavy on top. My ankles are really slim, so somehow I had small ankles and then I would go rounder and rounder from a little bit of Mrs. Potato Head. Hi there, I'm Roxanne Miller and I'm really happy to have you back on my channel. If you're new here, really short, I'm a model, a photographer, a content creator and the author of Unsexy Healing Without Hashtags. And if you're returning, I'm really happy to see you and let's have some fun because this is Free Flow Friday. You know, I was thinking that this comparison game started somehow when two cave families gathered together for a dinner and somebody said, "Oh my god, she has a cuter cloak than I do." I know, it sounds stupid, but it's all is human history. Trends are not new. I studied history of art and I have came to the conclusion that with the styles changing, with the way art was created and clothes and stuff like that, there were trends and there were trendsetters and influencers. But of course, it took a lot longer for the trends to change. It wasn't like weekly or seasonal trends and stuff like that. It was decades. It's not new. What it's new, it's the filters. And my problem with them is that they add on to the... Now, in my journey, I had moments at my skinniest back when I was 19. I was still seeing myself as being super fat. And then as I gained weight, I did see it, but not quite like, oh, I'm not that bad. And even at 242, I was like, I'm not that big. Like, look at this picture, I'm not that big. But the thing is, there is a difference in between what we see in reality and what we see on social media in what people choose to show. I was seeing myself not as big because I was looking at other BBWs or SS BBWs or the Tess Holidays of the world, and I would say, well, I'm not size 26, I'm only 22, so I'm not that bad. In reality, I was really bad because I was sick, I was barely able to move. And at 5'3", 242 is 120 over what I should be as weight. So I was double of what I should be. I'm still 60 pounds away from what I should be, but that's a work in progress. And we are working with the fat blindness further, because this is one thing that fat people start to do eventually. They look at themselves and they say, I'm not that big. And it's not okay, because I mean, even with the clothes, I would go and buy clothes like size 16 or 14 and say, I'll fit in it. No, I didn't. And then I wouldn't return them because I would be ashamed to go and get 24. Not that in Romania there are plenty of places in which you can get stuff over 24, except for the old people stores. We all used filters in one way or another. If it's the gradient, if it's some face smoothing, some light, some changing the color of the hair or the eyes, to filters that change the bone structure. I have seen pictures done with Snapchat, even of me, because I was playing with them like, oh my god, what is this doing? Like, I wasn't me anymore. I wouldn't recognize me anymore. We are not symmetrical. Like, half of the face is going to be different from the other half of the face, and so with the body. And when these filters work, they do have that perfect kind of symmetry that messes with your brain And also, when you snatch your waist, when you change your body to make it look slimmer with filters, it's not going to do you any good. Not to mention that the camera of phones usually make you slimmer than what a regular camera would do, because the regular camera sees you as the human eye sees you. The lenses of the phones don't. And there is a huge shock when you see yourself in pictures done with a proper camera and pictures done with phone. Like, trust me, it's eye-opening. Like, I hated to be photographed with cameras. I would do my selfies because I'd know how to pose and I'd look slimmer than I was. And that's the lie, because you don't see actually how big you are and how much harm you're creating to yourself due to fat blindness. And what pisses me off even further is that there are people who don't know how a filter looks and for what to look. And there will be people who will fall for fitness instructors who snatch their waists, people who are selling diets and stuff. And some of the people go even further into Addict, Ozempic, or whatever GLP-1 and not disclose it and stuff like that. Like, there are these kind of things happening, and it's a lie, a full-blown lie. It's not okay. Some people do not have the eye trained for those. And it's also not fair for the people who want to better themselves and compare themselves with somebody's fake image. I mentioned before that I started my weight loss at 242, and I am the apple kind of body. I'm heavy on top. My ankles are really slim, so somehow I had small ankles, and then I would go rounder and rounder. A little bit of Mrs. Potato Head, but that kind of body composition started to change once I started to lose the weight, because I lost a lot from the visceral fat, so my belly got debloated and so on. I am down 60 pounds. Was it easy? No, but it was worth it. And that is why I started showing up for myself every single day and started this healing process, because once I understood that I'm not struggling with the weight, I was actually struggling to love myself. I look at that 242 pounds woman at the pictures. Yeah, she was beautiful, she was smart, but she was struggling. She had so much unhealed trauma. And now, down the path, I'm sharing with you so you know that you're not alone. And I came to the conclusion that every single pound that I release, it's one trauma that I shed, that I am not coping for anymore. Now, what you can do so you can make your process easier, I spoke about this before, but I will say it again and again and again. Name your trigger, name your coping, name it and talk to it. Tell it that you are in charge, tell it that you see it, thank the coping, and tell it to go away, because from now on, you are in charge. And you care, and you love yourself, and you will keep yourself safe and protected. Your coping mechanism doesn't know anything else but habit. Your coping mechanism kept you safe when you were young, when you were a child, and now it doesn't know that it's harming you actually. So it's for you to tell it. If it was something that worked in the past, it doesn't mean it has to still work. You've changed, you are different now. So tell your coping mechanism that. Curate for yourself balanced food. Be sure to make it nutritious, be sure to make it heal your gut, be sure to make it heal your body, be sure to listen to your body after you're eating, because your body is going to give you cues. Make sure that you're not eating from comfort or from coping. Make sure you're eating because you are hungry, and that is it. If it's the time to eat, like let's say you establish that you eat at 2 p.m. and you're not hungry, it doesn't mean you have to eat. You can push further. I mean, fasting is a thing, and yeah, it's been done for millennia, because at least Christians, but I'm assuming the pre-Christians did it too. They were fasting before worshipping, and then do some mirror work, as in stay in front of the mirror and observe your body as it is, not as you're projecting. Make sure that you see everything, make sure that you are aware of everything that pertains to your body, and be kind to it. If you're disgusted, your self-respect is going to go to the gutter, and it's not going to work. It's not going to be good for you. Be kind to yourself and support yourself and keep yourself safe. This is how you are going to achieve things in the long run. Now, to sum up the week, we have learned a lot of things regarding body image and how to work with our bodies after plenty of diets and plenty of trauma and plenty of repeated cycles that harmed us and so on. I am curious about your story. I am curious to hear how you've been coping and how you started to heal yourself, because I know for sure that sharing it is going to help some other soul find light, and it's going to bring this community to a feeling of belonging. Now, if this video hit home, please subscribe, share, like, comment. Is going to help the algorithm a lot to push the video further to people who need this kind of information and need this kind of community. Also, I created 2 tiers on my subscriptions membership kind of community. I don't even know how to call it yet, because it's really new to me. I'm still working with it. But if you want to have some of the perks that are involved there in the tiers, you can join me there, and I cannot wait. Please be safe and healthy and make good decisions.